Hi, welcome to a product review by Robojax. My name is Ahmad Shamshiri, presenting this tutorial from Canada. In this tutorial, we are going to learn how we can use this SHT2000 temperature and humidity control, where we can use it as a heater control to keep the temperature above certain value, or we can use it as a cooler control, where we can use it as a refrigerator or cooling device that keeps it below certain value. Then we are going to use it as a dehumidifier. We will set it such that the humidity is always below certain value, and then we are going to use it as humidifier control, where we can keep the humidity above certain value. This is operating with AC version with external sensor. I have separate video on the DC. The link will be below this video. Let's get started with this. This is the SHT2000 heat and humidity control device. This is a digital with external very precise sensor. Once you receive it, it will be something like this. I purchased it from AliExpress from this store, CZB6721960. Amazing. This is the name of the store. I have purchased, and this is a page where I've purchased it. This is the AC version. They have a lot of different type of these, and the price is $11.56 Canadian. You can see $4.71. You can get it between 40 to 60 days, but you can pay higher to receive it very quickly. I have no affiliation with this store. I just purchased it. This device can be used as a heater control or cooler control, meaning you can control a refrigerator to keep the temperature always below certain value, or you can use this to keep the temperature above certain value. And then also you can control humidity, so this can be used as humidifier control or dehumidifier control. And if you're using it for incubator, this will be a perfect device. It's in an AC version where you can connect directly any voltage around the world, 110, 220, 240 volts. It will work here. And then the 4 terminal here are for the 4 wires, which I'm going to show you for this. And then you can control a humidifier here. You can connect humidifier or dehumidifier at this terminal, and your cooler or heater at this side, and set the values. It has clearly 2 different screens, 2 different settings, easy to use, compact. It can be mounted on a panel or something that you want, and all the wires will be properly covered. And let's get started with this. Width of this module is 69.6 millimeters. With these 2 attachments, it is 74.7 millimeters. The length is 85.1 millimeters. The depth is 27.2 millimeters. With this attachment, 31.1 millimeters. And if you're concerned with weight, it weighs 97.1 grams. The length of this wire for the sensor is 90 centimeters or 900 millimeters. Now let's just open it and see what is inside. To open this, I'm just pushing this a little, and then this goes down, and from this side I'm pushing this up, so we can insert it this way, and this is where you can slowly push that up and also push this up. So this is now being ejected here, and this is AC version. We have a bridge rectifier here, and then a voltage controller with small switching transformer, that because it needs very little current, that's why it's very tiny and compact. And we have 2 separate relays, one for humidity, one for temperature. If I remove it, you will see the display like that. There is a microcontroller, and then the display driver with all other components with 4 push buttons. Nicely built, and they've put extra solder here so this can handle the load. So to put it back, we just insert it, making sure on this side we have it. And that's it. Now let me explain the wiring. To do the wiring, we will remove this panel here, and these two pins on this side, these are for the AC. I've prepared, this is the plug that goes to the wall, and I've prepared these two wires where I'm going to insert it in here. I've prepared these wires already soldered. As you can see, they are very clean and tidy. I've connected the two wires for the AC at these two terminals here, and for the sensor, the four wires are as follows. They've been labeled here: blue, yellow, green, and then red, in order. Humidity, I'm going to connect my humidifier or dehumidifier at this point, and heater or cooler at this point. And here for demonstration, I'm going to use this AC bulb as my load. We can control it either with temperature or humidity, and this is a plug where I can plug it into AC outlet to turn this on. But at the middle, I've disconnected this live wire, and these two will be connected to the relay on the module. Job of the relay is to switch or connect it to turn it on, and switch it off or disconnect it like that. So I'm connecting these two terminals, and when you see LLL, it means that the sensor, one or many wires of the sensor is not connected. Now let me show you how we can set it for cooling control or a cooler. When you set it for cooler, you want to always have the temperature below certain value. Let's say, for example, below 65. And this 65 is the starting point. When the temperature reaches to this point, when it wants to go up, the cooler will start turning on and the temperature will decrease. And when it reaches below 50, so the cooler will turn off. But once the temperature increases, this will not turn on. The temperature goes up to 65, then the cooler will start, and again it will stop at 50. The start at 65. For the start, to check it at the moment, it is 20 and the stop is 30. For the start this side, hold it. When it blinks, go up and down to decrease or increase. I'm going for 60, so just holding it, it goes a little faster. So when you wait, it disappears. Now to check it, just press this and you will see that is 65. So that's the start. For a stop, we press and hold this right button and until it blinks. Now we set it to 50. Increase it, hold to go faster. So that is set to 50. You have few seconds. When you don't do anything, it returns back. So that is 65 start, 50 stop. So this is my temperature sensor. For me, for demonstration purpose, I'm removing the cover so it can get the temperature very quickly for this demonstration purpose and turn off quickly. Now I removed it, and I'm going to apply heat using this heat gun. This is a Mastercraft heat gun from Canadian Tire. And pay attention that this will start, this heater, the cooler will start at 65, cooling down. So this bulb is my cooler. So we are at 60. So 65 turned on. This is the room temperature at the moment, 20 degrees. When it reaches to 50, the cooler will turn off. Now this bulb, okay, so at 50 it turned off. So now we don't worry. When the temperature increases again to 65, the cooler will turn on to bring the temperature down and keep it cool. Now I'm testing it as a heater. I'm preparing it for heater and cooler, so I've connected for these heating terminal here the two wires from the bulb that I'm using for heater and cooler. For this, I've connected the two wires in here. Cover can be installed to cover the connections nicely. See power. Let me put this so you can see it. And as you can see, both heating control and humidity are on. The top or red value is for heat or temperature. The lower is for humidity. HUM is written here, the blue color. The unit for the temperature is degrees Celsius, and the unit for humidity is in relative humidity in percent. Now, the current value, this is the room temperature, and this is the humidity in the room that currently that I am. When I press this, it shows the set value for the temperature. So you can set a value to take action when the temperature reaches, for example, 65 right now. And also the same way you can do for humidity, which is set for 59.4. Now, when you want to use it as a heater, your point is to keep the temperature above some value, not below. In this case, the start is 50. We want to keep it always above 50. And if you remember, for cooler, the start was on that side, stop was on this side. Now for the heater, we have swapped them. So this time start is 50, stop is 65. So the start is now 50, and stop, for example, we say, okay, when the heater pumps the heat up to 65, let's shut it off, and it's okay. Now let's set the start. We are checking it 65, but we are holding it, so make it 50. When it blinks, decrease it now 50. Wait, and now go for the stop, which is 65. Hold it for 2-3 seconds. When it blinks, increase it. Now, as you can see, this light is on. As you can see, the light is on, which means my heater is on, because the room temperature is below 35, so the heater must be on to keep it above 50. Applying some heat here at the sensor from the top so you can see it, and when it reaches 65, it will turn off. So now it's turned off. It will turn on again when it reaches 50, meaning when the temperature reaches 50, the heater will turn on again to keep it, so it doesn't allow the temperature to go below 50. Now let me hold it in my hand so I can reduce it very quickly. You saw it was very quick, and this is now on, and this will continue like this to keep the temperature always above 50 if you use it as a heater. Now for humidity control, I've connected my device, these two wires of humidifier or dehumidifier, to these two pins. For the heater it was there. Now for humidifier and dehumidifier, these are connected to these two pins at this point. Now let's see how we can use it as a dehumidifier or dryer, so it keeps the air dry. For that purpose, we have a value, for example 50%. When that humidity reaches 50, we start a dehumidifier to dehumid the air, and when it reaches, for example 35% relative humidity, we shut it off. Again, when the humidity increases 50, it will start, so dehumidifier will keep the room dry. To set the humidity, the start, these two buttons, just press this, it shows current setting, that's the start, and this is the stop. To change the start, just hold it for a few seconds. When it starts blinking, let's set the start for 50. You see, I missed it. So now after blinking, I can increase it to 50. And then wait, it disappears. Then press this, the right side, and then hold it, and then we can decrease it to 35. Now if you check it, the start is 50, the stop is 35. Start is 50, stop is 35. I'm blowing my breath here. At 50, dehumidifier started. Now it's making it dry, and when it reaches 35, it will stop. That is dehumidifier. And if you want to use humidifier control, then the start, which was here for dehumidifier, now it is on this side. So start is 35, stop is 50, and because we want the room humid, any humidity below 35 is, for example, unacceptable, and we want to keep it always above 35, and at 50 we will stop, because the person or people who are using it, they want above 35 humidity. To set the start at 35, press this, and it's 50, hold it, so we are changing it to 35. Just wait, and now the stop at this side, hold it, and let's set it to 50. As you can see, already it started. I will explain why. As you can see, the humidity is now 24%, and as I explained, our start is 35, and because here the start is 35, it is below this, so the humidifier is now turned on. Now the humidity will increase until it reaches this value 50. This is a stop value, then it will stop. Now I'm blowing at 50, you see, even 60, so the humidifier stopped. Now at 35, when it reaches below 35, it will turn on again. Amazing. This is very nice, precise, and fast reacting device. So for conclusion, I would say that this is very easy to use, except the inserting the terminals was a little hard. Be careful with that. Other than that, it's rack mountable, and you can adjust it and mount it to anywhere you want. It's compact, easy to use, and it can be used as a heater or cooler control, and humidifier and dehumidifier control. definitely suggested, with a price tag of $11 or $12 Canadian, which you will receive it 30 to 60 days. It's worth it. I have no affiliation with them. I just purchased it and did the review. Thank you for watching. This was how to use this SHT2000 AC version of heater and humidity control. If you learned something and found this useful, please thumb up, as this will help my video in the search algorithm of YouTube. If you have comment or question, post it at the comment section below. I try to answer and reply. If you want to get updates of my upcoming videos, make sure to subscribe. Thank you for watching. This was how to use this SHT2000 AC humidifier and dehumidifier control. SHT2000 AC version of heater and humidity control. If you learned something and found